I met him only occasionally, but I was well aware of his writing, because one could see from the 50s onwards that there was this voice, strong, clear-headed, and giving us an idea of, hey, look, here is a guy who's really thinking matters through and very serious in his writing. It used to be a pleasure to read his stuff.
Apart from the fact that I knew he was a legend before, to actually sit in that place and in the atmosphere that he fostered, you could see that from all the people that he spoke to, that his emphasis on integrity, courage, fearlessness, great writing, and exacting in terms of accuracy. I mean, these are tenets that are signs of great journalism.
Well, it was basically my mother's efforts. She was encouraged by family friends, key colleagues of my late father's. Of course, I'm biased because she's my mother, but once she got the spirit going, she went around from library to library, collecting old articles, looking up references, talking to people, cross-referencing all the time.
We were lucky in that in the corporate world, he had many admirers, and among them were very senior people in the Tatas, Keshav Mahendra himself, and the chairman of Hindustan Lever, where I was working at the time. So they actually provided the corpus with which we could start activities. And we debated on what we should be doing, and we came up with 3 ideas at the time. One, and the most important one, was the awards for the best political writing of the year at the time, which was later followed by the best writing on environment and development issues. And promotion of young journalists who had worthwhile projects and needed financial assistance. And the third activity, which is the annual feature, is the Prem Bhatia lecture, which again has been graced by speakers of outstanding ability and who are recognized all over the country, some all over the world.
The trust is relevant today because Prem Bhatia represented a type of quality journalism that sadly is seen less and less, and not because the quality of journalists is any way inferior. The quality of journalists in India and elsewhere is very, very high, but the type of technology that's used lends itself to a sort of instant reportage that didn't exist back in the 60s and 70s and 80s. Today's journalism is completely different.
Oh, I think that we really, we are small, and I can't say what we can do so much to contribute to a media scene that has really gone haywire. There are these hundreds of television channels, and there are hundreds of tabloids being printed all over the place, including newspapers, leading newspapers, who are tabloiding themselves. And in all this cacophony, there was a word that somebody else used also, it's very fractured on what can get the kind of impact that people like Prem Bhatia, people who stood for tremendous integrity and principles in the media.
Well, I think the relevance is to point out that excellence still pays in terms of recognition at a high level, including a rather attractive prize. So it's a reminder that despite all the problems and difficulties, there is a scope for good investigative reporting and well-researched pieces.
Personally, the award means a lot because it is recognition of excellence in journalism. There are very few awards in India which look at the body of work in such detail, but it is also a recognition of the fact that you are coming out with an output which is based on, say, months of hard work.
പരിസ്ഥിതി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, എൻവയൺമെൻറ്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമ്മളുടെ നിലനിൽപ്പിൻ്റെ മനുഷ്യരാശിയുടെയും ഈ ഭൂമിയിലുള്ള മുഴുവൻ ജീവജാലങ്ങളുടെയും നിലനിൽപ്പിൻ്റെ ഭാഗമായതുകൊണ്ട് പരിസ്ഥിതിപരമായ റിപ്പോർട്ടുകൾക്ക് ഈ ഒരു കാലഘട്ടത്തിൽ വളരെയധികം പ്രസക്തി വർദ്ധിക്കുകയാണ്. പ്രേം ഭാട്ടിയ എനിക്കറിയാവുന്നിടത്തോളം ഈസ് എ വെർസാറ്റൈൽ ജീനിയസ്. ഇന്നത്തെ എന്നെപ്പോലെയുള്ള യങ് ജനറേഷനെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം ദിസ് പ്രേം ഭാട്ടിയ ഈസ് എ റോൾ മോഡൽ.